Questions for Coach Johnson?
Yeah, let's just kind of talk about what you feel like y'all accomplished defensively during the off week.
We have, I think, physically we had shorter and more intense practices. So I think we got a lot of good fundamental work, and we also, I think, didn't overdo it physically. Our kids needed a break. They got Monday off, and of course after Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they got Friday, Saturday off from a physical standpoint. We had a good session today, a little bit longer than a regular Sunday. But they needed some physical rest, and we needed to just get a little bit of South Carolina base, and we needed some good crossover, going good on good. We got all that done, and I think it was a good open week.
What do you see out of South Carolina?
Just they're very talented. I'm very familiar with that side of the ball because a lot of those kids are older. I'm not as familiar with the defense side. They're very young, but they don't have a weakness on their offense. They're good up front. They're good receiver core. Excellent tight end grouping. 3 running backs can play for anybody. The quarterback's a 5th-year guy who knows the offense in and out. Coach's son, great young man. They really, if you just look at the numbers, I mean, offensively they have played extremely well this year. They're at the top of the conference in about every statistic. I think they lead the conference in getting first downs. So that tells you they're moving the football, and they're going to be tough to slow down.
What do you see out of Davis? He seems like he's kind of getting back to the rhythm he was playing with last year.
Yeah, I think he had some injuries last year, was in and out of the lineup. And 2 things have happened. Number one, they've got 2 guys who can come in and spell him a little bit easier. Wiles, a really good player. And then the other, Sean, I recruited both of those kids a little bit. They're both good players. They trust them. They get them in critical situations. I think that's helped him stay fresher and better during the entire course of the game. But he's obviously having a great year. About every one of their categories individually, they've got a player ranked in the conference in the top 10. So they've been very productive, and I know their offense is playing at a level that they should have a shot to be in the big picture.
Ellis, obviously, you know a lot about how they think, and obviously they know a lot about how you think. What kind of impact does that have?
I don't think it has much. To me, and I don't know, I can't speak for Coach Spurrier, but what you do is personnel driven. So I don't know if we're a lot like what it was over there. I know we do some of the same things. We teach some of the same things, run some of the same fronts, some of the same coverages. But I would bet that we're a little bit different than we were then. And they're using a lot of formations and stuff that we had not yet seen. It's going to be critical. Formation adjustment is going to be critical. There's so much movement and shifting and motioning and unbalance and those type of things. That's going to be the biggest key. But they just, again, they've got a player in every position that can make a play. And so it's another one of these games where you can't take away one element and think that you got a shot to win it. They're balanced, and we've got to take away a lot of things. We'll have a chance to slow them down.
What do you see out of Dylan Thompson, the quarterback, just how far he's gone this year?
Just consistency. He knows the offense. He knows where to go for football. Very few bad decisions. Most of the bad decisions he's made has been under pressure when he hasn't been protected. He knows what Coach Spurrier wants to do with football and where the read is and so forth in the passing game. And in the running game, as far as any kind of checks and things, I do most of it off the sideline. But he knows when they're in a bad play, and he knows when to look for help or make the check himself. And I think it's a big element of why they're so productive. Is he's the general on the field that can get it done.
Ellis, how is Justin Garrett adjusted to being back at the true linebacker?
He's been really good. I mean, he played as well as the other guys did last game and didn't practice the whole week. So he's fine. There's a couple of things that pop up here and there about an adjustment or a key or something like that. I think he's going to help us a lot in there.
What does he bring to the table for you guys and being able to move him back inside?
Well, the biggest thing is his speed and quickness, and he's physical. But, he's a natural inside linebacker. We moved him to star not knowing what the Reezy situation was. And, of course, he's back, and he's not getting as many reps on the field as we think he should. You can't have Justin Garrett sitting on the sideline for 55 snaps. So we're just trying to find a way to get the best 11 on the field on any one play. The other thing I hope maybe it allows us to do is play a little bit of too high man and other type things without taking him off the field, because he has been a dime linebacker. And if he can take that and play a tight end or a fourth receiver that we feel like he can handle with help over the top, Now we can do that without substituting, and that may help us down the road. I don't think it'd be anything this week, but it would help us down the road against some teams.
Ellis, is he, could he end up starting?
Justin? Oh, yeah, I think he could. I see right now it's a three-way rotation with 8, 17, 26. They both, I see them all right now trying to get about equal number of reps. I think Swain and Trey have been solid. Justin right now making a few more plays.
Was there a time when you were at South Carolina, you felt like that would end up being maybe your last job, that you would stay there, retire, and kind of settle down?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's my home. I grew up about 25 miles from my wife, grew up there. Our relatives are all still there. You know, it was an opportunity to be a head coach. I kind of got intrigued by that. The school I had worked at, and probably the only reason that I left was, you know, just to try that. I'm very happy. A great man, great coach, great place to live. 2 hours from the beach, 2 hours from the mountains, and about 20 minutes from grandma. So it wasn't an easy trip when I pulled them out of there. My wife would never let me forget it.